Okay, let me hear Mr. Madlanga. Good afternoon, Mr. Madlanga.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity and the indulgence to appear this afternoon before the Commission. My client is Cindy Thomas. We've been in consultation with Cindy for the past, when she received the first summons.
Just pull the mic closer to you so I can hear you. Yeah, I think.
From the onset, Judge, we've been representing Ms. Cindy Thomas. And last week, we wrote a correspondence to the Commission requesting an indulgence for us to consult with her together with the briefed counsels in the matter who are not available today. We have Advocate Moasimpaha and Advocate Manala on the brief. They are not available today, and we only received the notice in terms of Rule 3.3 last week on the 19th of August 2020. And we are of the view that according to the rules, we're supposed to have 14 days upon which our client should respond and proceed. But we are making an undertaking to provide the affidavit to the Commission before the 2nd of September 2020. Hence, we are requesting the indulgence to have the matter stood down until the 2nd of September for the legal teams to arrange and come and bring Ms. Thomas before the Commission. That's the request. The letter details the reasons why we request an indulgence from this Commission.
Can I see a copy of the letter? Have you got a copy? Well, the first point is the summons required Ms. Thomas to be here this morning, isn't it?
Yes, Judge.
I think at 9 o'clock, is that right?
Yeah, I was supposed to be here at 9 o'clock, Judge.
And she was not excused from being here at 9 o'clock, isn't it?
Yes, Judge.
So she should have been here, isn't it?
Yes, Judge.
And irrespective of what application was to be made. If someone says you must be at court or at the commission on a certain date at a certain time, until you are excused, you have an obligation to be there at that time. If you are going to ask for a postponement of the hearing of your evidence, you make it while you are there. While you are in compliance with the summons. You don't sit at home and when someone says you must be at the commission. If your lawyers are going to apply, they apply while you are there, because the application might be refused. And what is supposed to happen if you are not there? You understand?
I understand, Judge. Our sincere apologies, Judge. I think among the reasons, the reason why she's here now, it is because of those summons that we realized that it will be a serious error on her part or on the part of the legal team not to bring her to appear before the commission.
Yes. I think bring the mic closer, because I'm also struggling to hear you. Do you want to just repeat what you said?
Yes, Judge, it's exactly that error that we are acknowledging, that we advised her to come this afternoon, because whatever excuses she might be having, she needs to appear before the commission and make this application before you, Judge. It was a serious error on our part, hence we're requesting an indulgence from this commission to grant the postponement, more in particular that she needs to be represented by counsel and counsels to prepare the affidavit on the matter.
But I see from this letter that there have been 11 days. She seems to have been served with the summons 11 days ago, on the 14th of August.
Yes, but
according to this letter.
She only drew to our attention the summons only last week, Judge.
Yes. Well, she might not have acted promptly, which she should have done. You know, that appears to me to be enough time to have consulted with the lawyers and be ready. And of course, as I understand the summons, I'm speaking under correction, as I understand the summons, it didn't require her to put up an affidavit. It required her to present herself, and she would be questioned. Or have I missed something in the summons?
Yes, Judge, but we wanted to deal holistically with all the matters because there is an affidavit by Gina which implicates our client. We wanted to also to deal with that affidavit.
You see,
Gina Peters.
My understanding from the legal team is that previous attempts that have been made to obtain an affidavit from your client by the commission have not been successful. She has not been very cooperative. That's the impression I have from what I've been told. That is why a summons was issued to say she needs to come here and be questioned, because she didn't seem to be cooperating in terms of filing any affidavits. That's the impression I have from the reports that I've been given. And now, if you say, as you do in this letter, that you have been representing her and interacting with the commission, it may well be that you know about that as well.
Yes, Judge, there is also a correspondence that the commission evidence leader is having. They have not fully responded to that letter. We were surprised to see a notice summons now without first dealing with that correspondence, of which we were requesting some information.
But you see, my understanding, as I say, is that the Commission's legal team and investigation team have long been trying to get an affidavit from her, and that has not been forthcoming, and that is why it was resorted to issuing a summons and getting her to come here to say, even without an affidavit, she will be questioned, because the commission doesn't have time. We are running out of time. We can't be postponing and postponing. If she had provided an affidavit much earlier, maybe it would have been clear there was no need for her to come and give evidence, or she would long have appeared before the commission and given her evidence. That's the impression I've received as to why up to now the commission doesn't have any affidavit from her. And then a summons has been issued, then she's not here in the morning. This morning a summons had been issued more or less at the same time against one of the Busasa drivers. And his lawyer was here, and I'm told he was here too, because he understood that if a summons says you must be at the commission on such and such a date, at such and such a time, you must be there. They were here, they made arrangements because it transpired that he needed a Sisutu interpreter, and those arrangements had not been made because it was not known that he would need an interpreter, and arrangements were made, but they were here. The lawyer was here, and I'm told the witness was here to comply with the summons. You see? So it's unacceptable when somebody receives a summons and without having been excused first, stays away. If it's a situation where somebody is in hospital, that's different. But then somebody must appear and say, this is the situation. But you can't just stay away just because the lawyers will apply for a postponement, because who said the postponement would be granted? You understand?
No, I hear you. I hear very well, Judge.
Now, with regard to there being an affidavit, you say there's an affidavit of Miss Gina or Gina or somebody?
Gina Peters, yes, Judge.
That has been served on her.
Yes, Judge.
How long ago was it served on her? Do you know? Together with the summons or what?
Can I take this? Yes, together with someone.
You can take instructions.
It was sent separately, Judge, last week. It was sent separately last week, Judge.
Yeah, how long is it, do you know? I take it must be short.
Short, but it was commissioned on the 11th of
How many pages is it?
It's 6 pages.
Yeah, that's
8
quite
pages.
short.
8 pages, yes.
You know, I might postpone because of that affidavit. Otherwise, I would have wanted her to take witness stand and give evidence, because she would be asked about things that she knows, and there's been a lot of time, from what I've been told, when attempts were made to obtain an affidavit from her. But now, if I postpone the hearing of her evidence, I would postpone it to either Monday or Tuesday next week, because from then on, I mean, next week, Monday, we are supposed to have a certain matter, certain witness. That witness, other arrangements have to be made. So there's a space there. Tuesday, I think there maybe it's Miss Kina or I'm not sure, which is the 1st of September. After that, we have witnesses lined up for quite some time. So it makes it very difficult when there has to be a postponement. So, of course, in this kind of situation, a client must get lawyers who are available when the client is required to appear, because otherwise, if we are only going to wait for her lawyers who might not be available, we are not going to get anywhere. So if I postpone, I'm looking at early next week. And from what I've heard from other witnesses, I don't expect that her evidence will be too long. So that's why I'm saying if she received the summons on the 14th, there's been enough time to prepare her affidavit. But from the commission side, even if she didn't prepare an affidavit, if she presented herself, she would be questioned and would get on with the job. So if I postpone, you might have to see what arrangements you make. But it would either be, it seems to me, it would either be Monday or Tuesday.
Yes, Judge, Tuesday will be okay.
Yeah. Let me hear what Mr. Noche has to say, and then we'll take it from there.
Chair, Tuesday will be even better. But then, if they are going to prepare a statement, would like to have a statement before
Sorry?
Monday. If there's going to be a statement, then we'd like to have.
But today there was going to be no statement and we would proceed, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, if there's going to be a statement,
Yes.
it will be better if we get a statement by Friday.
Well,
But if they can't, then we'll proceed without the statement.
well, today is what, Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah, well, if they are going to file an affidavit, it might have to be this week.
Yes.
Have you got a witness for Tuesday?
No, the witnesses are starting on Wednesday, the 2nd.
On Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah, there might be some other witness, but even if there is, her evidence is not supposed to be too long as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Mr. Matlanga, what do you say to...
No, there's no objection, Judge. We will file the affidavit.
We can file on Friday.
On Friday, Judge, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Ms. Thomas, it's not good that you were not here at 9 o'clock. It's not acceptable. If someone says you must be in court or in the commission on a certain date at a certain time, unless you are sick, you are in hospital, you must be there. If you are going to ask that there be an adjournment, a postponement, you must first comply with the summons, because when you don't comply with the summons, that's a criminal offense. You understand?
My apologies, Your Honor. I wasn't aware that those were the procedures.
Yeah, so the sheriff is supposed to have explained to you. So I'm going to grant your lawyer's request for a postponement.
Yes, Your Honor.
But then on that day that I'm going to give you must be here.
I will do so, sir.
Yeah. I don't think your evidence would be too long, so even the preparation should not take too long.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. I think what we'll do then, Mr. Matlanga, One, I will postpone to the hearing of her evidence to Monday, and and you must file her statement or affidavit by close of business on Friday this week. And I will make this her appearance to be in terms of Regulation 10.6 of the regulations of the Commission. Failure to comply with such a directive is a criminal offense, Ms. Thomas. So the hearing of Ms. Thomas' evidence is postponed to Monday next week at 10 o'clock. And in terms of Regulation 10.6 of the regulations of the Commission, I direct that she must appear in this venue at 10 o'clock on Monday next week. Through her lawyers, she must file her affidavit or affirm declaration with the Commission by close of business on Friday this week. All right? Okay.
The Commission.
You are excused for today, but come back on Monday, as I indicated. Otherwise, you will run the risk of facing criminal charges. Okay. We adjourn.